Hello everyone. It is Monday the 13th of September. The time is 14:57, so 2:57 p.m. The temperature is 28 degrees and it is raining. The houses we just looked at were on Everton Road and we are on Neil Road. So what we're going to do now first is basically have a look at these wonderful houses on Neil Road, the old shophouses. And from here, today's walk will be along New Bridge Road. We walk all the way to the so-called New Bridge that it gets its name from. This here, I think, this is 145 Neil Road. It's beautiful buildings. One of these is also the Baba House. Oh, all of them have these architecture heritage signs. One of these buildings is the Baba House, which is maintained by the National University of Singapore as a place that you can actually go on tour. I think it's this one right here. So you can basically book a tour and go and see the architecture and all the wonderful furniture and the symbolism inside. Here's a sign telling you about it and how it came to the possession of university. But it is appointment only. When I was there, I had to book as well. But I've done the tour and it's very informative. Really cool walk. Oh, sorry, very cool tour to do. I guess it could be a walk inside the house as well. So these are all very beautiful houses on here. I'm sure we'll see them on the other side because we're going to New Bridge Road there and we're going to cross here. It's a big construction site which probably hasn't escaped you by now. Just going to lower my umbrella to get through there. And there we go. And we're gonna green light. Back there you can see the pinnacle, which is kind of something you can't miss in this part of town. Then you got a bit smaller, still old style houses here with some restaurants, things like that. So there are some hospital buildings around this area. It seems like a never-ending construction work as well. But we should be out of that fairly soon. Some of the main streets around this area have to do with bridges, so a lot of them actually. This street is weird because it's one of those ones where you have one name on the other side of the street and then New Bridge on the other one. So they will go side by side. And eventually it just turns into New Bridge. But it's a little bit weird if you're not familiar with that setup. So there's the look back at those very colorful, lovely houses on that side. We can just take a few steps to have a look at that. This is also kind of a place where you can have the city background with the shop houses. Collision of two different worlds, I guess. If you take this into account, then maybe even more than those two. But we are now on New Bridge Road. And we'll make our way through this area fairly quickly to the more interesting part. So like I was saying, this area has kind of three main roads that have to do with bridges. You've got the North Bridge Road leading to Bugis. This is a massive area of hospital buildings and institutes. But yeah, you got the North Bridge Road, and on the other side of that, of the same bridge, you then logically find South Bridge, which goes through Chinatown here. Let's see if I can fit through here with my umbrella, or I have to. Welcome back. We're still on New Bridge Road. There are some chickens over here. I walked through an area where there's no filming, and also had some storage things I needed to sort out on my phone. But we're at another point where you can see the city at the background and the shop houses, and apparently chickens. And that's the Outram MRT pinnacle at the back. And we're going to continue along. Oh, sorry, little guy. He was kind of confused about where I'm going. I'm going to continue on New Bridge. There's a big hospital area that way, and some of the impressive buildings around Chinatown. So we're walking by Dorset Hotel. And there is more construction work around this area. I apologize for the noise. They still haven't fully escaped from the shadow of the pinnacle. But through here, it should be a little bit more pleasant walk, with hopefully less construction work. And what I was saying earlier about what probably got out of this with the tech issues is that there are a few main roads in this area and sort of close by, which all have to do with the cultural center, by the way. But these all three main roads have to do with bridges. So you have New Bridge Road, and then South Bridge and North Bridge, which are logically divided by a bridge and get their name from there. You see the Indian temple from behind. So this is Duxton Lane Park, part of the national parks system. There's also another area over that way that I think has some park area. And that's a look sort of towards Quay Road and the more central Chinatown. With the city at the background as well. I'm going to have to wait for the light. And then as we continue along New Bridge, we start getting to where the lanterns for the Mid-Autumn Festival start, but they're obviously not on as it's day. Thought that might be us because there was no traffic. So this is very quiet now during the day, and it's obviously Monday. What time is it now? Just 3:15. So not even sort of lunchtime. And it is raining a little bit as well. There's a really cute little temple which says 1879 on it. I'm going to have to find out about that one. Looks very beautiful. Look at the mailbox on it. Really cool. Just trying to navigate my way on these tiles. Get very, very slippery. And then that would be the lanterns in the evening. And someone making their way the wrong way on a bicycle. Super scary looking. There's the Chinatown complex, I guess, from one side. That has now been closed for a couple of days, I understand, because of the number of COVID cases. So we could move the horizon a little bit up. Chinatown with the city at the background as well. Well, that car turns, I'll just show you quickly. The lanterns, even if they're not lit. And then Temple Street on that side. You can probably hear my shoes as well because I can. Just have to be really careful and on the tiles. They look great, but I don't know if they're the most functional thing. That's Chinatown MRT. There you could make your way back to the food street and the more traditional areas of all the tourist shopping and other things like that. Moss Street. There's the People's Park Center on the other side. Which is that big building you've seen from afar. And this is also the start of those lanterns on New Bridge Road. Just a quick look back while we wait for the lights again. Chinatown point as well. Another construction work site. Plenty of those. That's our cross street, which turns into a cross street if you continue that way. Some funny figures eating mooncakes, it seems. Must have to do with the Mid-Autumn Festival. This is super slippery. Don't feel like going around another shopping center entrance. But I will use this space to open up the umbrella again. The view of the city background. Singapore's weather tends to be sort of more seasonal in a way that even though you don't have seasons like real winter or autumn or anything like that, you do get times when you just get a lot more rain, and then times when it's really, really hot for long stretches of time. There's the Speaker's Corner and Hong Lim Park. Let's have a look back while we wait for the lights again. And so right here would be, if you get walking, you get to Marina Bay. And a bit closer by, places like Quay, the financial district. Let's take a detour to have a little bit of a peek into the park. There's no one here obviously when it's raining, but it's the speaker's corner, and I think we have some information on the park here, which we can have a look at. So 1876, renamed as Hong Lim Green after a wealthy Chinese businessman. And there's a entrance to the Clarke Quay MRT as well. Sorry about that. It's just the gimbal having a mind of its own for a bit. There's Clarke Quay Central on the other side. Something called Forever Living Product, which has a really interesting building. So these buildings you might recognize from the Boat Quay side. They're basically the closest ones around Raffles Place, Raffles Square. And in a moment we'll get to the riverside and to the bridge as well. So this whole New Bridge Road basically came to being, or was built, if you can say that. I guess you built roads, yes. I think in 1842, after the bridge was built to connect the Hill Street side and the New Bridge side. Those are the two roads on either side of the bridge. And the bridge was named by the person who built it, or, well, I would imagine he did not build it, but who was behind building it. And it was named the Coleman Bridge. So right now we're still on New Bridge Road. But as we cross, that will all change. Here's Hong Kong Street. There is quite nice, a little bit hidden cocktail bar there. behind one of those doors. Sorry about the umbrella. Some of the spaces are too narrow to go through with one comfortably. But I guess that's realistic for you as well. Singapore does have a lot of sunshine, but when it rains, there's usually a lot of rain. It can be sort of a whole week. And sometimes it's a lot of water in a very short time. This Carpenter Street. Thank you. So here we have the last of New Bridge Road before we get to that bridge. A view down Upper Circular Road. And on that side, on the left side, we have Clarke Quay, and the other side, a little bit further away, both Quay, once we get to the river. I think most umbrellas have gone, so as we get to the bridge, I'll get rid of mine. Then we'll have a look from the bridge. Bear with me for a sec. I definitely need to get a better umbrella for these walks. That actually folds easily. Doesn't need that much brute force. So there you have the Parliament, and here is Coleman Bridge. The Ministry of Manpower is over there, so anyone who comes here to work will visit them to get their employment pass. There's Marinus Bay Sands Hotel, Fullerton Hotel at the back there. And Clarke Quay and the areas behind over there. This is Ministry of Culture, Community and Youth that has these colorful windows or window sills, I guess. And then you have this very personal residential building on the other side. So that's the direction that we have come from today, New Bridge Road. And then as you can see, or potentially can see, it has turned into Hill Street on this side. So we're no longer on New Bridge. I'm now on Hill Street. New Bridge Road has a limited number of buses going through it. It seems like a lot, but not all of the buses go onto it. There's a big building as well. And behind it, you could go into Fort Canning Park, which is the park that is sort of on elevated ground up there. Oh, it's a hill, but you'd have to climb a bit to get there, which we'll do one day, but not today. Is one of those tiles that has water under it, but I think I made it. We're walking by the Funan shopping center now, and there's a central fire station building on the other side. It's quite impressive. Nice building. Yeah, we gotta keep moving with music coming out of Funan shopping center. On the wall that says it's been built 1909. I can believe that from the looks of it. little bit funny when you walk with a camera, you start noticing that people don't necessarily move when the light changes. Just stand behind them while they look at their phones, and then when someone makes a move, kind of starts the general movement towards the street. It's a nice little church on the other side with the year 1835 on it. And I think that car is parked there, blocking the pavement all the way here. Yes. We can still get through. It's probably not a legal place for parking. So we're coming to Victoria Street now. And that's one of the main streets that goes through Bukis area and then turns into Coleman Road and leads to Galen. I'm not going to do all that today. I think we are coming to the end of this walk as we make our way to another construction site, or on the side of it. So I'm going to walk to the other end of this wall where we have a better view of Stamford Road. We're now walking underneath the Capital Kempinski Hotel. See some of the wall there. Not very well though. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this walk along New Bridge Road and Hill Street. And if you'd like to see more of these walks, you can subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified when there are new videos available. So with that, thanks for joining me on this rainy day walk. And I hope I'll see you again soon.